We are here to showcase our journey at this point with personalized learning. We have current staff and students who are talking about Epiphany Learning, the software that they use to house their learner profile and their goals. We have students showcasing personalized learning environments. We also have some roundtables on the district talking about where we've been up to this point and where we're going to be moving forward with personalized learning. So in 2012-13, that school year, our board created a goal that every student in the district will have a personalized learning plan, and they created a timeline for that. And in the last 5 years, we've been working on building those blocks of that structure to be able to have personalized learning be a success in our district. We've had the equity framework, we've had the continuous improvement process, we've had teachers engage in lots of professional development around personalized learning so that next year every student in our district will have a personalized learning plan.
So I was actually a part of the first class to have iPads throughout all 4 years of high school. So I had Mr. Austin my freshman year, and I think that's when my personalized learning experience was the most structured. So his class definitely used personalized learning the most, but my other classes still use the iPad. I've used the iPad almost every single day of high school so far.
And I loved Mr. Austin's class. He gave me like 4 different options for how I wanted to do it. I could either do 10-point assignments or a 100-point project at the end and anywhere kind of in between. And so I love science, and so for me it was a way to really push myself.
So there's lots of things that will be different over time. Next year, every student will have a learner profile. In that learner profile, they'll be talking about themselves, their families, things that they like to do, as well as character traits, the way that they learn best. They'll be able to share that with their teacher, and it's also a process of learning about themselves as learners. They'll be setting goals, SMART goals, in order to complete in their classroom. We'll also see different types of environments, different ways that students like to learn besides sitting at maybe a chair and a desk. You might see different sorts of seating in a classroom. You're also going to see students starting to collect evidence for their goals and showcasing how they want to show how they've learned something.
So personalized learning is going to help my child to make those goals, those feasible goals that she's able to obtain, making sure that there are steps that she's being able to take, that we're able to track her progress, and making sure that she obtains those goals, not only that she is at age level for different areas, but also that she is able to achieve the above and beyond. And the big part about being an educator as well, we're all about filling the filling the achievement gap, and I think that we'll definitely be able to do that by personalized learning, because it's meeting each child individually where they are and depending on the type of learner that they are.
The learning environment definitely changes. What the classroom could look like. It was going to look very different from maybe what you and I went to high school with, and the rows and desks and things like that. Might find more comfy chairs, places to stand, places to sit, places to lie down, things like that. The way that learning is going to be taking place too changes. Kind of going away from the whole passive learning where the sit and get is kind of the traditional style of learning, and we're going to be asking students to do more active learning. They're having to go out and find their own information, synthesize the information, process the information, and then actually demonstrate different ways and how they've learned it. One way could still be a test, but they could be doing a variety of other ways in that process too, as far as showing how they've learned. Projects, things like that, speeches, creating videos, animations, whatever it might be, even just sitting down and talking to a teacher about what I've learned, are different ways that they can demonstrate that process.
Personalized learning for me was new, and I really liked it because I am a student who tends to find myself wanting to go a little bit of a faster pace than the rest of the class. So it really allowed me to adapt my pace and to be able to study material at a quicker pace, but still go back and participate in a lecture that Mr. Austin was giving if I didn't quite fully understand the material. And I also think it was great because biology is the class that I had the most structured personalized learning in, and I personally despise science. So I walked into biology class hating every day of it, but the fact that I could go in there and learn the material in a way that I wanted to, and then instead of go back and take a test, but present the information through a project, and I always like doing videos, so going back and using a video made it a lot more interesting of a class for me, and made it so I would want to be there and want to participate.
I'm a fast learner, and I hate group work. I prefer to teach it to myself. So I really liked listening to a lecture, and if I didn't understand something, doing some internet research on my iPad. And so I had some classes that like are completely online, and it's all based around me doing the research myself and then doing a project to show it. And so I really was able to kind of use the iPad to teach myself ahead of the class instead of waiting for the teacher to teach it, because I'm I learn best if I teach it to myself.
We're really excited that we're one of the first in the state that's doing this at a district-wide scale. A lot of school districts are kind of doing the school within a school model for personalized learning. And in the district, with our mission statement of every student must be successful, we believe that this personalized learning is for every student to be engaged and to know about themselves as a learner, to create the evidence for their goals and customize their own learning path. We want to see a high graduation rate, standardized test scores going up. We like to see the behavior in classrooms going down, because this is all about the students and their learning and really them investing in themselves as learners.